Alright, I think I've got everything together. So, need to make two aerogels. Alright. And I believe that's everything we need. Let me scroll back to prawn suits. Yeah, we've got everything we need. Let's get rid of all that extra ruby. The copper, the quartz, the titanium. I think we're good on that. Our base is running low on power, but... so what I'm going to do... This is open. The thing about... Well, I'll explain more about the prawn suit in a minute, but we want to make the prawn suit in a place where we're not going to get it stuck. And I'll explain that a little bit more in a minute. Probably shouldn't take a submarine up, actually. So, I want to make it roughly more or less like above my base. And you'll see why in a bit. So I'm just holding spacebar and that'll allow me to swim straight up so I get kind of an idea of where I want to build this thing. Ooh, that's spooky at night. Which it's not far from. That's good. So if we just build it right here, it should land where I want it to. So... Vehicles, prawn suit, epic mech suit designed for navigating challenging environments on foot. That's a core part of this, on foot.
It is normal when first piloting a prawn suit to feel a sense of limitless power. Prawn operators receive weeks of training to counteract this phenomenon. You will have to make do with self-discipline.
The prawn suit is now rocketing towards the bottom. Or at least it was. It stopped?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Now it's falling. Alright, I'll try to explain what's happening in a second. Alright. So we're basically in like a mech. And the thing about mechs is that they fall to the bottom of oceans. But the prawn suit is equipped with a number of cool things. It's got, which you may remember from us reading about it at one point. It's got, like, jump jet boosters, or whatever you'd call them, that work well in low environment situations, like underwater. So, from a full stop, you can launch and hover yourself pretty high. As far as I know, there is no, like, fall damage with this thing. Yeah. So you don't have to worry about that. What you do have to worry about is getting yourself stuck. Like, let's say there was a vertical cave that just went straight down. We could get ourselves stuck pretty easy. So by default, it's equipped with 2 arms, which can punch and grab things. The punch is just like an attack, and you can grab things. You can grab fish, you can grab resources. So in this state, it is a... well-protected, because in the prawn suit you take even less damage than in the sea moth. A well-protected environmental navigation suit that I've now wedged under my base. That was not part of the plan. Get out! Okay, not part of the plan. So, I want this fish right here. You can pick them up. Now, the thing about picking up, it's a little bit weird in the prawn suit. The thing about picking up is it doesn't instantly happen like it does with your person. The arm will reach for a grab. But I do like that your hand actually corresponds with that. Although it seems to happen after the punch. It's interesting. But, like, if something's moving, you could miss it. That's something to keep in mind. It's pretty well armored, like I said, so it doesn't take much damage from stuff. And anything you pick up doesn't go into your inventory. What the heck was that? Is that the noise the prawn suit makes? Anyway, the prawn suit does have its own built-in inventory. It's actually rather large. So it's better than the sea moth is like side backpack things. And it gets a number of really interesting attachments that just make it very useful. It obviously, you can't, it's not as fast as a Seamoth. In no way is it anywhere near as fast. So it's not good for, like, reconnaissance in that way, but it is good for protected reconnaissance. And we can dock it in a moon pool, or in the Cyclops as well. Although obviously the Cyclops would have to get low enough to dock it. You kind of have to jump jet to get in here. And it'll recharge the batteries just like normal. So, with the fabricator over here, we can make modules that are common to both of them. We can make energy efficiency, hull reinforcement, and storage. But we can also make a prawn suit depth module, which we'll totally want to make. I've not seen any nickel, so we cannot make that yet. Thermal reactor is super useful, but we need something that we're not going to get until a good bit later. Jump jet upgrade, I assume lets you jump jet farther. We do not have crystalline sulfur or nickel, so we can't make that yet. A prawn suit propulsion cannon, that's kind of an interesting one. Probably not going to make that one. Grappling arm is super cool though, and we're totally going to make that at the earliest opportunity. Drill arm is pretty cool. We could probably make that soon. Although I think I may have exhausted all my lithium, so I may have to get some more. And torpedo arm allows us to shoot the torpedoes, the same torpedoes that the Seamoth can shoot. And these are the torpedoes. So anyway, the ones we're definitely for sure going to make are the grappling hook and the drill arm. Probably eventually make the thermal reactor, but we'll be limited on that, and we're going to have to make the depth module. And we may use the jump jet upgrade. We may have to swap that one out on occasion when we want to use it. Like we could use it for now in place of the thermal one. The batteries, so it has two batteries, unlike the Seamoth's one. They can be manually replaced on the outside. They're on the top corners here. We got to get this one a name. Can we continue the bad names? Ah, perfect. You can't even take another letter. It's beautiful. Excellent. So anyway, like I was saying, it's an ideal vehicle for going into dangerous situations. I need to get some more of this stuff. It is nice that this knife doesn't have durability anymore. I don't have to worry about wearing it out on this. That was something else annoying about harvesting stuff like this, is that you would just wear out a bunch of knives eventually. Make sure our base is still getting power.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So give me a minute to do some more preparations, and we'll be on our way soon. Oh yeah, I got this light stick from that time capsule I found. Apparently it's deployable lighting, it says. You just drop it. And I guess they don't use power. I thought they did. Like, I thought you had to replace the battery on them, but I guess they don't. This might be better than the spotlights, then. Okay, so anyway. Sorry, I lost track of what I was saying. So anyway, I need to get some more lithium. And I think the easiest way I'm going to find lithium is probably going to be back at the mountain island place on the other side of the map. And probably the easiest way for me to get over there would be to take that cool warp gate thing. So I think I'm gonna go for that. Oh, and I found a PDA as well.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
I think that's actually...
Integrating new PDA data.
another one we should pay attention to. Let's see.
You see, Chief? You brought us to this sodden planet. Told us we'd see a lush payday. Now what do we got some 6 weeks later? A dead crew, a habitat that's half buried, food washed away.
I suppose the executive decisions would be better left to someone with your extensive experience of hitting people in the face.
I know enough not to take unscheduled detours to uncharted planets. That's something you don't want to learn the hard way.
Easy to judge a decision in hindsight. Harder to come up with a plan of your own.
Got one already. We take what we can carry and hunker down in a cave somewhere. I scouted a site, a couple 100 meters deep, lots of metal deposits.
How do you imagine we'd live?
With ready access to building materials, like damn queens, a couple of water filters, a bioreactor, fresh fish. But Chief, we'll eat seaweed salad and drink our own urine if that's what it takes. All that matters is, do you got something better?
Send the coordinates to my PDA. I'll review your proposal.
Alright. The problem is I can't quite remember where the warp gate is, so it may not save any time, but at least I'll figure it out for the future. Alright, so we're going to wrap it up, because something came up, and to be perfectly honest, I was kind of feeling that it was starting to go on a bit. So we're going to make this drill arm. And I'll show you how this thing works. It's pretty cool. So we can install the drill arm upgrade into the prawn. No, not into the prawn soup. Dang it! Hold on.
Aboard, Captain.
It doesn't come with a lot of boost when it comes out, I think, or I think it saves whatever boost you had when you got in. I think that might be what it was. Point being, you don't want to build these really high above the ocean water. Hold on. Alright, sorry. Some stuff is coming up, so this will be about the last thing we do. I don't know why it won't let me put the module in. I have it in my inventory, right? Yeah. It's kind of weird. Normally, you just kind of walk over here. Well, I should be able to do it if I get out of here anyway. Just bring it over to some land. And there we go. Access upgrades. I don't know why that was giving me trouble. I just dropped it. Okay. Don't enter the prawn. Get out of the prawn. The other noticeable thing is that you can't solar charge the prawn like you can the sea moth. So that's something else to keep in mind. Oh, I see. That's interesting. So this activates, or this accesses an ARM upgrade slot, not an actual upgrade slot. So we can still put 4 upgrades in, I think. So let me show you how this works. See this quartz here? We take it over here, drill quartz. This can also be used as a rudimentary weapon, if I remember right. You can, like, drill fish and it'll hurt them. Oh, and it picks them up automatically. I think that's a different one than it used to be. That's cool. So, because it has its own storage space, that does improve your storage space as well when you're running around with this thing. So any of those really large deposits that we've seen up until now, they're all fair game to us now, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, sorry to kind of cut it off short like I am, but some stuff came up, and I mean, I was kind of... I think once I end up cutting out everything I'm going to cut out, I'm going to be at an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. I dare say possibly a bit more. So that's a good length episode anyway. So we'll stop here. Next time we're going to investigate the proposed Degassi habitat down there. We're also going to investigate that proposed Degassi habitat, I feel. And we might do a few more prawn suit upgrades. And I think we might even take the prawn suit down there. It might be kind of dangerous. So we might load it in the Cyclops and then deploy it at a later time. That's the best way to use the prawn suit, by the way, is because it's so slow and you're limited to ground movement, it's best to load it into the Cyclops, have it boat over to wherever it needs to, and then you can deploy it directly below, do whatever you need to, and then get back in there and come back. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, though. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for some more Subnautica. Bye!